And have you tried drawing a really nice S or a really nice W? It's very hard. So I know I always start every video by saying my name and that I am a romance writer from the Philippines, which I am. But today we're gonna switch it up a little because I had some free time. I thought I would sit here and talk about the hand lettering books I have on my desk. So yes, I am a hand letterer. I call myself a semi-professional hand letterer because I don't do it full time. I actually just do it for fun. But I end up using those skills, the skills that I have as hand letterer for sticker design, for book design. I have been asked to do some invitations in the past. So, I mean, it's just something fun that I do, and sometimes people want to pay me for it, and that's amazing. So, I thought I would share some of the books that I always refer to whenever I have to make a piece of hand lettering. I don't proclaim to be any kind of expert. There's so much about this that I have to learn still. So let's say, for example, you're a baby hand lettering artist and you have no idea and you want to start doing it but you don't know where to start. I recommend that you pick up any of these 3 books because they are all very informative, inspirational, and each of these artists have a way of explaining their art in a very human way. It doesn't feel too intimidating when you read these books. I would highly recommend picking up Mary Kate McDevitt's The Hand Lettering Ledger. I have had this book for years and I still refer to it when I do a lettering piece just because it's very informative. Basically everything that I learned about hand lettering, I started here. You can see her process from sketch to a finished piece. And she explains the different kinds of lettering. So you have serif, sans serif, script, and then she shows you how to put them all together. Of course, me being Filipino, I mean, it's supposed to be a workbook. I've never touched any of the pages because the other half is like worksheets or like an exercise that you can do. I have never done any of that because sayang. But yeah, this is a really good resource still. I still refer to it a lot. And I feel like if you were like just starting out, this is one of the best books you can get. This book's a little more technical, but I still think it explains a lot. It's a lot more comprehensive than the hand lettering ledger. But I still think that if you're starting out, it's also good to check out The Golden Secrets of Lettering by Martina Floor. I found out about Martina Floor when I did Skillshare for a while. She has a lot of great classes there that explain her process and how she works. She like really goes through the kinds of corrections that you should do for any piece. So the notes are very thorough, very comprehensive. So I think this is like level 2 hand lettering for you. So if you've started with a ledger, you go through this and to see how to better refine any piece that you do. So she actually shows you how she designed the cover of her own book, which is so interesting. And I remember her Skillshare class, she was doing a lot of layering. So she would first start with the thumbnail and then she would put a sheet of paper over it, a see-through sheet of paper, and then she would write the thicker letters and then another layer. So it's really fascinating how she does it. But I think this book has so much information, including how to vectorize, which I never learned, that, yeah, I think it's very useful if you already have some knowledge, but you want to increase it. It's very good. I really should look at this again. Now, I feel like if Mary Kate McDevitt's book is level 1, Martina Floor is level 2, then this book is definitely level 3 or higher. I'm talking about Jessica Hish's In Progress. I think she has the most extensive body of work that I know for a lettering artist. She's done an entire series of Barnes & Noble classic covers. So yeah, a really extensive body of work. This book is much closer to Martina Floor's book, but she shows you sketches of her thumbnails of the art and then how it actually came out, which is really interesting. And I find myself looking at this a lot because sketchbook goals. And she also has brand logo refreshes. So apparently that's a thing people are paid to do. Where they take someone else's logo, old logo, and then make it new. And she explains why she had to do it and what her process was for that. So this is more professional level work, but I think it's a really good book. It has everything. I feel like it has everything. Another book I wanted to share was just a random thing I found at Tokyo Hands in Osaka. And it's actually in Japanese, and I don't understand a single word of it, but it's Chalk Boys, What a Hand Lettering World. It's a very simple concept, I think, of a book. It's basically, it's a book about chalk lettering, I think. But what I like about it, it's really pared down and simple lettering. And it kind of inspires you to not have to think too much about what you're doing. Because it's very simple lettering, and yet I feel like it's very effective. I mean, there are some critiques here about how you can fix your lettering and how to draw certain letter forms that are a little more difficult. And I love that it shows how illustration and hand lettering meet. So hand lettering is basically the fine art of drawing your letters, and I really like the idea of mixing illustration in with that. So this book kind of marries the two together, and it's actually a crash course in chalk art as well, I think, because it shows you exactly how to do particular lettering pieces. I don't think this was very expensive. It was 1,500 yen. How much is that in pesos? Please convert. I don't know. So it's not too expensive, but it's very informative. You just find yourself looking at it and wishing, oh, I wish I was the one who came up with that. But yeah, it's really nice to look at. So when you already feel like you've got the ropes down, you kind of know the process for a hand lettering piece, and you're starting your piece. Whenever I do something, I usually look at these books first for inspiration to kind of guide the direction in which I want to go with what I'm doing. So I usually refer to these books. So one of these is Graphique Delarue by Louise Feely. If you don't know who Louise Feely is, she's this really famous hand letterer. She has this world famous agency, and they do all of the hand lettering for different restaurants and stuff. And this book is basically a compilation of different street signs that she found in Paris. Ta-da! It's quite amazing and so lovely. Literally every time I open this book, it's like there's something new. There's something I haven't seen yet. So nice. And these are just signs that she found while wandering around the city. And if you're looking for inspiration, I mean, hello. So much. And the cover itself, I think this has to be one of my favorite covers of any book ever. And it was made by Kelly Thorne. I also found Kelly Thorne on Skillshare, and she actually explains, she actually tells the viewer how she designed this cover for Louise Feely, and it's so gorge, honestly. Sometimes I look on Pinterest as well, so Pinterest is a great resource for everything. But yeah, basically everything I know about hand lettering, I learned from these books, I learned from these artists, more or less, plus some artists on Instagram. I would recommend you check out Lauren Hom. I feel she's very, very, very approachable, and I think I enjoy her like more casual approach to hand lettering. It's really fun. But yeah, these are the books that I refer to a lot. And if you're looking to get started on hand lettering, this is really great. This is a really great resource. But if you're a romance reader and you're here anyway, I might as well talk to you about... I haven't read this, and yet everyone who's told me about it keeps telling me that I should read it. I'm saying this now, but I might end up putting my own foot in my own mouth because I don't know if I'm gonna do it. When I read Love Lettering, which will be very, very soon, I'm just finishing another book, and then I'm jumping right into this one. When I read Love Lettering, I might do a draw along. I don't know. Is that something people do? I want to try. I'm gonna try. We'll see if I can do it. But anyway, Love Lettering by Kate Claiborne. This, I don't think the print copy is available in the Philippines yet, but my cousin from Canada gave this to me as a birthday gift. So thank you, Nina. Yeah. So those are all the books that I thought I would talk about. I don't know what this video is, but I hope you liked it. Yeah, so I will see you next time.